What's up guys, it is I, once again, Yusuf El Sanad, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Monday series created by Emily Boone. She's a really awesome YouTuber and one I'm very proud to call my friend, my dear beloved friend. I'm going to add a link for her channel down below in the description box. And for this week's episode of the Movie Monday series, I'll be discussing with you guys and gals my top 5 favorite actors or actresses who had sadly died and who I'd bring back for one more movie. This list, guys and gals, will be very different from the past 32 lists I've done in the Movie Monday series, because this list is quite personal and it's very heartbreaking to talk about, to be honest. But I want to share with you guys and gals my unedited, not so much cut version of the Movie Monday series, because the actors who I've chosen to add on this particular list, their deaths had sadly broken my heart, and I was really sad when they died, especially considering how young they were. So yeah, this entire episode is going to be mostly unedited, and there won't be so much cuts like there was in my previous videos, including the Movie Monday series. But just like the previous episodes, I'm going to be ranking these actors or actresses based on a ranking system from number 5 to number 1, and here's how the list goes. At number 5 we have William Holden, also known as Bill Holden, a classic actor of the classic Hollywood age in cinema. I am such a huge fan of William Holden. I've loved his movies ever since I first saw him in Golden Boy. For you guys and girls who don't know what Golden Boy is, it's a classic film from the 1940s or the late 1930s. It's a really good movie which a woman once recommended to me, a woman who I used to call Big Sissy because I treated her like my family and she treated me like her little brother. And watching this movie, guys, it really broke my heart to think that William Holden died at the age of 60 or in his early 60s, and seeing how much potential he had, which started with Golden Boy. I really loved his performance in this movie, and since Golden Boy he went on to star in many other movies, including Sunset Boulevard, Sabrina, as well as The Wild Bunch, among many other movies I've seen him in. I haven't seen him in Sidney Lumet's Network, though I hope to at some point. William Holden is an actor who I really do respect and admire from the golden age of Hollywood. He's one of those actors I look up to, and I really am inspired by his work. So it's very heartbreaking to see him die, especially at the age of 60, which in my book is still very young. And yeah, William Holden may be old to some, but to me, he's never been younger. Oh no. At number 4 we have Heath Ledger. Oh man, guys and girls, Heath Ledger to this very day remains one of my all-time favorite actors, because Heath Ledger is an actor I really do love, and every time I see him on screen I just have tears going down my eyes. The movies which Heath Ledger had starred in, which is among my all-time favorites, they are Brokeback Mountain and Candy. Two love stories, two very different love stories, one of which, that being Brokeback Mountain, involves a gay couple, that being Ennis Delmar and Jack Twist, and the other one being Candy, which was released in 2006 and is a Australian love story that focuses on this couple, a couple who are addicted to heroin, and we follow this couple whose love is challenged by their addiction to heroin, and whether or not their love is fueled by their addiction to heroin. And these two movies, guys and girls, are the love stories I love most, because they show the most human side to Heath Ledger, not just the characters he played, but who he is as a person, because there is so much of Heath Ledger in those roles he played. It's so personal to him, like it was personal for me watching him on screen. And whenever I see him play Ennis Delmar in Brokeback Mountain, or David, or whatever his character's name was, I forgot what his character's name was in Candy, but whenever I see him play those two characters, I just break down in tears, guys, because I really do love him, and I really am heartbroken by the fact that he died. And considering he had a little girl with Michelle Williams, who he was partnered with for I believe 3 years since they first met on the filming of Brokeback Mountain, because you know Michelle Williams was starring alongside him in Brokeback Mountain, and both of them were nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actress in their respective roles, and she played his wife in Brokeback Mountain, and they've grown to love each other while filming on set. And and their little girl's name is Matilda Rose Ledger. And seeing her, guys and gals, on pictures, she looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, she really is her mother and father's daughter. She looks so beautiful and so innocent and so pure. She is truly the greatest miracle that Heath Ledger brought onto this world by the grace of God. I really do love Heath Ledger, guys, and looking at Matilda and of course Michelle Williams, I can't help but see Heath Ledger. I will never stop thinking about him, nor will he ever leave my mind, because Heath Ledger is very much a part of my life, as he was a part of both Matilda and Michelle Williams. At number 3 we have Andy Whitfield. Andy Whitfield, if you guys and gals don't know, was the first actor to play Spartacus on the Starz TV series Spartacus Blood and Sand, the very first season of that show. I've watched the second season and I really do enjoy it, but it will never be the same, nor will it ever have the same impact as when Andy Whitfield, who played the role of Spartacus, he was so good in his role, and seeing how crushed he was because of the death of his wife, who was sadly murdered in cold blood because of this man, a Roman general who has taken his wife captive and has put him through slavery. Eventually he became a gladiator so he can be free and reunite with his wife, only to discover that his wife was murdered as she was being delivered to him in a caravan because of this man who he trusted in the gladiatorial arena where he was training, that man being Batiatus, I think that's how you say his name. And it's really sad because Spartacus worked so hard to reunite with his wife. Every day was a battle between life and death, and he even lost one dear friend close to his heart, his only beloved friend, and losing both his wife and best friend, it crushed him, guys, and any man would just kill himself at that point, exactly like how I would kill myself if I lost both my mother and my dear beloved friend, who was the closest person to my heart, my dear beloved sister. So I felt Spartacus's pain. Every pain that Spartacus endured, I felt for him, and Andy Whitfield conveyed his suffering, his pain, and how much he's willing to endure. Spartacus Blood and Sand Season 1 of Starz is great because of Andy Whitfield's performance. All the special effects, all the fighting, and all the costume design, none of them mean much to me the way Andy Whitfield's performance as Spartacus did. I was so depressed when I learned that Andy Whitfield died before he passed 30 because of leukemia. He suffered leukemia and he died at such a young age, and I'm like, why? Just why? I mean, why do actors in Hollywood die at such a young age? And it's so sad, guys. I mean, because these actors haven't even reached their prime and they just died like that. Andy Whitfield was not the first, nor will he be the last. It's really sad, to be honest, but that's Hollywood for you. I feel so bad for his wife who had to lose her man, her beloved husband, who has died because of this cancer known as leukemia. I am very certain though that he will forever remain in her heart the way he will forever remain in my heart and the hearts of those who he touched because of his portrayal of the heroic figure Spartacus and the impact he left on the world. At number 2 we have Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee being the son of the late great Bruce Lee. Brandon Lee was apparently shot while filming on the set of The Crow being Alex Proyas's film. What's so shocking and tragic about Brandon Lee's death is the fact that he was shot while filming on set. The person who shot him did not know there was live ammunition in the gun he was carrying. To this very day, it's a huge mystery, an infamous mystery of how the hell did Brandon Lee died and who was the one responsible for adding live ammunition on the revolver which was the cause of Brandon Lee's death. It's really horrible because Brandon Lee died at such a young age and he had so much potential to become a truly great actor like his father before him. Brandon Lee was more than just his father's son. He was someone who could really carve his own path the way his father carved his, and Brandon Lee had so much potential as an actor. He had so much range and so much versatility when he played his character Eric Draven. Eric Draven remains to this day one of the best heroes on screen because he is so real, he is so authentic. Despite the supernatural element of The Crow, Brandon Lee truly brought that character to life. He made Eric Draven a real person, and without Brandon Lee, The Crow would never have had the magic it did because of his performance. He was truly phenomenal as both an actor and human being, and just like his father before him, there will never be another Brandon Lee, because Brandon Lee was truly one of a kind and one who has a special place in my heart. And finally, guys and girls, at number 1 we have Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy is an actress who many of you may not know, but she was a really beautiful woman and a true star in Hollywood. I really loved her in movies like Uptown Girls, where she starred alongside a young Dakota Fanning, the elder sister of Elle Fanning, my beloved Elle Fanning, and she was also in Sin City, among other films. I forgot, really, to be honest, the movie she starred in after Sin City, which was a film directed by Robert Rodriguez alongside Frank Miller, and a small director's role for Quentin Tarantino. Brittany Murphy had starred in those movies, and those movies for me personally were so good because of her performances in those movies. I really loved her so much despite how limited amount of screen time she had. When I learned of Brittany Murphy's death many years ago, I swear to God, guys and gals, I was crying so much. I was depressed for over 3 weeks. I couldn't sleep. I could barely eat. I was so heartbroken by the fact that someone so beautiful, so fair, and so much talent had died, and the fact that just like the other actors on my list, she still had so much to do in Hollywood. Honestly, guys and gals, every time I think about her death, I'm still heartbroken by it. There are times in which I want to cry and break down, and honestly, I really can't say much about her career, but she really was a truly amazing woman, a truly beautiful human being, and just like the other actors on my list, I will never forget her, and whenever I watch Uptown Girls again, I will always see her beautiful smile, and I will forget about how she died, but I'll focus on the life she had lived through her movies and through the experiences I had watching her movies. This was a very emotional episode to do, guys and girls. I really hope you enjoyed though. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish. This list was very different for me and something I'm really glad to have done. I have Emily Boone to thank for that. Please check our channel out once again. I'm going to add the link for our channel down below in the description box. Emily, thank you so much. I really do love you, and I really do love the Movie Monday series. It's one I'm very glad to be a part of. If you guys and gals want to see more from me, then please check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, all that kind of good stuff. And as always, until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.